Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Carrie. I am City Market's Assistant Outreach and Education Manager. It's so great to finally be able to meet you all virtually. I'm the one who's been sending you all those emails, so now you can put a face to a name, most of a face at least. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's class on Ethiopian and Eritrean Yesiga Wat and lentil salad. I'm so excited for this one. I love Mulu's food. I love eating Mulu cooks. If at any time you have questions during the class, you can put them into the question and answer box. You'll see it. I just put an announcement in there saying like, we'll get started in a few minutes. So that's where that is. I will be behind the scenes. You won't see me on camera anymore, but you'll hear my voice. If questions come through there, I can pass those along to Mulu while she's teaching or when there's a good stopping point for questions. I will send out a survey link and some links to Mulu's website tomorrow in an email. I'd love to know what you thought about the class, and then you can, if you're in the Burlington area, you can learn more about Mulu and where you can find her food. Yeah, I think without further ado, I'll turn things over. But again, anytime you have questions, type them into that box. I'll pass them on. And if you're joining us a few minutes late, you can always hit live down near the bottom by the play pause button, and that will catch you up to where we are. Thanks. Mulu, take it away.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. I hope you're enjoying your day. So today I just want to give you a little bit my background, who I am. My name is Mulu Tewelde. I'm originally from Eritrea. It's East Africa. It's northern Ethiopia. So we cook the same food. Ethiopia and Eritrea have the same food. Maybe it's house to house, different way cooking, but it's the same. So today we're going to make beef stew called Yesiga Wat, and we're going to make lentil to go and a little bit refresh if the spicy food. I hope some of you have ingredient to cook with me. If you don't have the ingredient for tonight, please try next time when you get a chance. So we're going to cook together. It's very simple and delicious. It's not complicated. I bet you buy this ingredient all the time in the house. So we have onion. Without onion, you cannot cook. We put everything onion. And this is garlic. We have some garlic we're going to use, and ginger. And then we have some oil. You can use canola oil, vegetable oil, whatever your favorite oil you can use. And then at the end, I'm going to put some ghee. It's a butter, clarified butter I'm going to use. And then, of course, we have some spicy. It's called berbere. It's a spicy chili pepper with so many seasoning. It's a powder. So we put this one for the spicy. And then we make salad with tomato, onion, olive oil, and lemon. That can wait, but for now we're going to chop our onion. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me. I will answer. I hope I have the answer, but I'll answer it. Also, if you want if you want really how I cook, what I cook is, I do some pop-up dinner in Winooski, O'Brien Community Center. I don't know if you are familiar, but this is through North End Studio. I do take out dinner every month. So they have this series every month, international food. So one of them is mine. So I really love it. I have a lot of customers. Because of my customers, I'm doing it every month. If you are here, thank you. So let's start. I wash my hand. So we're going to chop our onion. I know your onion you can chop maybe different ways, but this is the way I do it. So I have good knife. It's not mine from here. So we're going to chop dice. Basically, dice the onion. And then I don't want you to feel bored if you are not cooking. Please ask me any question. Or some you're doing some compost and then trying to be as fast as I can. I want you to. So don't rush, but chop your onion the way you want. I'm going to dice my onion. I'm going to show you how I do it. I feel like this is simple for me, but I hope it works for you too. Try them. I know time is important. So you come in here to learn from me. So I hope tonight at the end, something I want you, each of you to learn something from me, because that's my goal. It's not only about the food. It's about everything. You know how food is connect us. That's I believe, because living in Vermont is, I don't have much friends, but everybody is my friend because of the food. So we're using 3 medium onion, because the more you use more onion, the sauce will be thick and good. Like it's not watery, it has to be thick.
I think the last class you did with us, someone was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of onion. And it really does look like a lot, but it cooks down.
Yeah, it seemed like a lot of onion, but when it's cooked, it shrink, and then it's not a lot really. And you don't even feel the flavor, the onion flavor. Some people maybe they are worried, oh, too much onion to taste. No, you will taste good flavor, good sauce. It's not going to be too hot, too spicy, good spicy. So if you don't know much about the berbere, I know some people they're wondering what they can buy the berbere. You can buy the berbere online, or they have in city market. It's called Ethiopian berbere. It's from tiny, little spicy or tiny spicy, maybe
teeny tiny spice company.
Teeny tiny spicy. It's a little jar. It's called Ethiopian berbere. But if you need a lot, you can buy online from Amazon, or they have this Ethiopian store in different big states. You can buy from there too, or you can buy from me. I sell some berbere in the jar. I'll put my contact. We'll send you my contact in the email, so you can buy berbere, or you can buy a bread, injera bread. We'll talk about injera. Without injera, we cannot eat the sauce. I know, but you can use rice or any bread. But where I came from, the injera is the main meal for us. Like others, they enjoy the rice. So the injera it's a sourdough. It's spongy, fluffy. It takes time to make it. You ferment it for 3 days. I'll show you at the end when we serve the food. Okay, here we go. Let's chop our onion now. So you just dice as much as you can to be smaller dice. That way you don't get a chunk of onion in your sauce. So our heat is on. You can turn on your medium heat for now. Okay, I guess I know it make you cry, but just cry for a few minutes, then it will go away. It tastes good, but when you chop it, it's a little bit pain. To cry with onion. There we go. You're almost there. I hope you're chopping your onion as well. If you are cooking with me tonight. So.
Oh, those are some strong onions. They're coming all the way over here. I'm like 10 feet away.
I'm trying to, but okay. The result will be good, yeah?
Yep.
It is a strong onion. There we go. Have one more drop. Almost here. So I've been cooking in Burlington area. I do some farmer market as well. Usually I go far away for farmer market. It's far away for me. It's Westfield farmer market. But this year I'm planning to join Winooski farmer market. So I'm excited. If you are living around Burlington or Winooski, you will see me somewhere every other weekend in farmer market. There we go. Almost ready. Ooh, we made it. Excellent. There we go. So this onion is ready. I'm going to wash my hand quick and then we're going to start cooking.
Yeah, it's bad. They're very strong onions. I can feel, like I said, I'm like 10 feet away and I can feel them all the way over here. That just means extra flavor. Extra strong onions, extra flavor, right?
There we go. Here, so we have a pot, cooking pot. You can have, this is a little big size, but you can use smaller size if you have smaller size. So the onion is ready. I hope you can see it. Look at it, it's just chopping. Or you can do food processing. You don't have to chop with your hand next time, maybe if you're planning to cook this much onion. I use food processing sometimes too.
Mark says he keeps his onions in the veggie drawer in the fridge. Cold onions cause less crying.
Oh, say it again?
He says that he keeps his onions in the fridge, and apparently when they're
so
cold.
It doesn't make you cry after you do that?
Apparently, that's good to know.
I think so. Sometimes I put in water. After I peel them, I put them in cold water too. That helps a little bit too. So if I keep them in fridge a couple of hours, will help. Okay, I'll try it again. Thank you for the tip. Because almost I chop onion every single day. So I need any tip will help. Yeah.
Yeah. Rebecca has a question. She says, do you buy or make your own ghee? And will you tell us how to make it?
Yes, maybe we do class one day. I do my own ghee. It's very simple, very easy. You just need unsalty butter. Then you have about 5 seasoning you can add. Yeah. Sometimes you don't get all the seasoning here, but yes, I do my own ghee.
So you have almost like a spiced butter, because I think plain ghee is just like you can get plain, right?
Yes, but it's a little spicy or flavor. It's not very hot, but it's just spicy, yes. So my onion is already in the pot, so I'm going to use some oil. Oh, nice. Yeah, of course, yeah. So I'm putting some oil. I have 3 medium onions. I'm putting some oil, and then you can fry your onion. Put some medium heat or a little bit high, between high and medium, or in the beginning, you need to fry our onion quick, but then we can make low. So I'll show you the ghee. They have city market, they sell ghee. This is a long time ago when I cooked with city market for 5 years. Seemed like a very long time ago. So they used to provide with this ghee. I don't know if you can see it. So I told them, no, this ghee doesn't have flavor. It's a clarified butter. It's good for oil. It's good oil, you know, if you use it as oil. But if you use it as flavor, I use some seasoning. So that's why it's a little different, mine and this one. But if you want to try this one they sell it here too.
Yeah, you can see the spices in the bottom of your jar.
Oh, yeah. So this is kind of, I have maybe 1 tablespoon here. This is my last one. So I'm going to show you what's in the bottom. After I drain my ghee, my butter, the clarified butter. So if you can see here, the dark in the bottom. So that came just passing slow. When I stir in them, like, yeah, so it went down. So, yeah.
And someone else asked, what size pot do you recommend? Yeah, the one that we have on
this is a little big. Maybe, I can say 6, this is 12 maybe?
I think so, yeah.
So 6 SQ, like a, what do they call it, square?
Yeah, quarts. I think that's I think that's 12 quarts.
Maybe I can check it. No, I cannot see anything, but this one look like 12 or more. So you need smaller than this. You don't need a lot. So
we just have a lot of big cookware in this kitchen because normally we cook for 15 to 20 people.
I think for 20 people. Plus, this is big for commercial kitchen like this because they make soup and different kind of cooking class. But for when you're in the house, you have smaller. It's better. So while this one is cooking, we're going to chop our garlic and ginger. So I have. So everything will be fresh ingredients. So that's making me more excited, and I love seeing all these good veggies. There we go. Perfect. So I have about 6 or 7 garlic. So I'm just smashing them Then I dice it. Sorry, I'm too noisy. There we go. Perfect. So we need our garlic to be diced. Then we have ginger. We can dice them too. Can you please type? Are you cooking with me, some of you?
Yeah, let me know in the question and answer box if you're cooking along or if you're going to try it.
I want to know that we cook it together. At least we share the food. You can eat it while we eat it here.
Yeah, I know. We design these as demos just because it's easier that way, but I know a lot of people like cooking along, so great to know that.
There we go. So this is our garlic. So we can dice our garlic. Very small one. Always, you can use food processor if you don't want to chop the garlic in your hand, but everything, you can do the garlic and ginger together and just use a food processor, but I like making with my hand, especially if it's only for 6 people. But if I cook for 175, I don't use it with my hand. I just put them in food processing. There we go. This is almost ready. Excellent. So where I came from, I mentioned earlier, I'm from Eritrea. So we eat a lot of veggie where I came from. We eat collard green. We have this called chickpea. It's a powder chickpea, but the seasoning is a sauce. Also, we make greens, lentils. It's not because we want to be healthy, because we were thinking vegetable is very healthy or something. No, that's the only we can afford, because buying meat is very expensive. So you eat it maybe once a week or twice a week, because the difference between here and there, you can buy here meat already cut. The chicken is already in pieces. Somebody's working for us here. But where I came from, you have to have the whole chicken. So all the process you have to do it. So you just do it on occasion, like weekend, or when you have longer day and 3 days cook. And yeah, so we eat a lot of veggie, a lot of lentils, greens, and potato, cabbage. We eat a lot of veggie. It's more cheaper than the meat.
Rebecca says she wishes she was cooking along and she plans on cooking this next week.
Oh.
So she's going to watch and learn now and then cook it another time.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, Rebecca, for coming in. Thank you for trying to cook. But don't forget, you still come in every month to my dinner takeout.
Yeah, when's your next dinner?
Oh, my next dinner is April 24. So Carrie will send you my website, so it's over there to buy ticket. I always sold out, so if you're planning to come, please buy ticket ahead of time. I appreciate for that, and yeah, it's a lot of success, a lot of it's really good. Thank you for coming. It's fun to cook. I have a couple of girls helpers, and then we do it. We cook it with love, with joy. So I hope you enjoy the food when you take it home. Excellent. Yeah.
You're peeling the ginger with a spoon. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows that.
So this is I learned from someone in cooking class. Usually I use a potato peeler, you know. She told me if you do that, we'll take a lot of the ginger instead of only the skin. So if you have a spoon, I mean, here you go. You can peel it almost clear. So this is I learned from someone in cooking class.
Yeah, and Mulu's going to do another class with us in May. So we just, I think earlier today, actually published the May classes. So you can check those out. Mulu's going to do her Atkil alicha, is that how you say it? The veggie stew?
So it's called Atkil alicha, means it's vegetable curry or curry veggie, or yes. So it's a lot of veggie with curry and cabbage, potato, and carrots. There we go. So this is ready. So while you chopping this, make sure to check your onion. Have to be nice and brown. Doesn't have to be burned. Doesn't have to be uncooked. But it's a little bit light brown. Then we're going to add our more ingredients. So this is our ginger. I have the garlic already diced, and I'm going to dice the ginger.
Someone else says if you don't cut the root off of the onion, it won't make you cry.
Oh, if I don't cut down the root in the corner. Oh, okay. Thank you for all this good tip. Yes, anything helpful with onion, I will appreciate.
My mom used to wear goggles, like swim goggles.
Oh, the guy. I know. I have a young lady. She helped me cooking. She brings goggles with her. I told her I don't think it will work. Just try 5 minutes and we'll stop. There we go. So we need good ginger, garlic. It's a good flavor. Any dishes you can add ginger and garlic. I hope you like it. Some people maybe they don't like garlic or ginger, but try it at least. You know, you will like it.
I'm going to put Mulu's link in the chat box right now. I'll send it out in an email tomorrow as well, but I'm going to put it in the chat. Someone asked for it. So here is her website, and then I'll put the link into the O'Brien Center tickets.
Yeah. If you have a party or any occasion, or I'm trying to offer private cooking class at Winooski O'Brien Community Center, in case if you have a party, or if you're looking for a small group cooking class, private cooking class, I'm offering, I'm going to post it soon on my website, or you can reach me, email me, I can work with you. So yeah, I would love to hear from you if you are planning something like that. Here we go. So I just mix it in the onion and, sorry, the garlic and the ginger is mixed now. I'm just dicing them, and I'm going to check our onion. Get in there. So I didn't put too much oil because since we are going to add some ghee at the end and the middle or at the end. So it's smelling good. So far.
Tilt it towards the camera so they can see what color it is.
Of course.
I realized with the big pot.
There we go. So you can see the onion is right at the bottom, but yes, it's not, it's starting getting brown. It's not quite brown yet, but you can see it hopefully. There we go.
Mark says he's gotten your dinners at the O'Brien Center for the last few months and he can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mark, and I really appreciate for coming, for supporting. Let me know if you have a favorite dish. What's your favorite dish, please? Type.
And someone else says it's still Easter fasting time in Ethiopia, so no meat allowed yet. Still 3 weeks to go.
Yeah, of course. I'm not going to test the beef tonight. So somebody know. Oh, thank you for yes, I'm eating a lot of veggie, which is good. I feel good. So instead of 40 days, I don't have the answer, but we fast for 55 days. So usually it's close with the Catholic Easter. Our Easter is very close, maybe 2 weeks different, 1 week, or sometimes it's the same Sunday. But this year, for some reason, almost a month different. But our fasting starts in the middle of March. So yeah, I'm still fasting. I'm going to wash my hand. I'm coming back.
I didn't realize you'd be fasting. We could have done the veggie one this month and then done beef next time.
There you go. So it's getting there. It's getting brown now.
It smells so good in here already. I'm so excited.
Don't you? This is really good. I love cooking beef. The beef is really good. It's you can make it hot spicy, or you can do it mild. Depend how many spicy you can handle it. So yeah, you can use any kind of beef. It's from City Market. It's chunk. So we're going to. This is a little big for me because even though it's for stew, we chop it very smaller than this. So I'm going to show you how we're going to chop. First, we're going to put our garlic and ginger and berbere, tomato together in this onion. So, there you go. Getting there. Very nice. Perfect. So we use crushed tomato. So you can use this one, or you can do fresh tomato if you want to grind at home yourself. But this is crushed tomato. You can use any brand. It's good to not tomato sauce, but it's good crushed one. The tomato sauce to change the flavor because it's very liquid, very. So this is good. We're going to use this one. I'm going to open it. Work for me.
I can do it if you need me to.
No, it's good. Thank you.
Mark says the Yesiga Wat spicy lentils that we did with the last class are his favorite so far. And after your class last time, he took him several tries, but he finally got some successful injera using the flat side of his nonstick waffle iron. So he tried out injera.
Perfect. So you're making the injera with a flat.
The flat side of like a griddle, like a waffle iron, but it's flat on one side.
Right. Until he has to have cover on it.
Yeah, apparently.
Perfect. Thank you for doing that. I'm so happy you did something. You watched me and doing it. It's so good. Thank you so much. Yeah. It's one time you try, it doesn't make maybe fluffy or sour, but after you try once, twice, 3 times, it work really. Okay, so it's getting there. It's getting brown now. So we're going to put some berbere. We are going to add some berbere now. It's changing brown. I'm going to show you before I put some berbere. So if you have any question with the berbere, I can talk to you. So I'm going to show you, hopefully the camera, you can see it. It's changing a little bit brown. We don't want to burn because we don't want the taste to be changing. So I'm going to put, since we have a big, you can do half of this tomato for a small amount. So I'm going to put 3 tablespoons, because we have a lot of tomato. There you go, this is 3 tablespoons. We'll see if we need to add it more. So we have the crushed tomato, going to add everything.
I put the link to the berbere that we carry here at City Market in the chat for people.
Oh, nice, thank you. This is a part my favorite. There you go. Very good. So you can cook this for 20 minutes. If you have time, 30 minutes, even 40 minutes. If you want to do very slow cook, it tastes good as more as you cook longer and slower. So we're going to cook it for 20 minutes for now, but you can do longer if you are in the house and you have time. You can cook slowly. Are you hearing me? I sound like I'm low because of the mask. I hope you are hearing me clear.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm listening on my end.
Excellent. Yes. So I'm going to add one more berbere because we have a little extra tomato. So I don't want one more. So it will be nice and spicy and tasty. Excellent.
I've gotten better at eating spicy food because of Mulu's
cooking. Slowly, and you can use some plain yogurt in the side. We usually use some. It's kind of feta cheese in the side when we eat spicy. We have that kind of feta cheese, homemade. We eat that. So I'm going to add all this garlic and ginger in the pot. I hope you can see it. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. This is looking good. Perfect. So when it's mixed all, this ingredient look like this. So we're going to cook it more for 20 minutes. We can add a little bit of water and then you can cover it. I'm going to put some water, a little bit, then we can cover it.
There should be a mug on the table for you if you want to fill it with water.
Oh.
Off the side, yeah.
Thank you. Yep. You can see that. So we're going to add a little bit of water and then cover it. Don't put too high your heat. You need medium or a little lower. We don't want to burn in the bottom. So I'm going to cover it, and then we're going to chop our beef. So the beef is, what do you call it when it's soft then?
Cod.
Okay.
We got stew beef.
Okay.
This one.
Great.
And I think, like you said, the cubes are a little big for what you want, right? So,
yeah, so I'm going to chop them. Let me wash my hand and we're going to chop them. All good, all good. I'm here, I'm coming back. There we go. So we're going to chop our beef. So I'm going to show you how big we can chop for Yesiga Wat, like beef stew. This is different beef stew. It's not the stew you eat it as a soup, it's a sauce. There we go. Excellent. So you can see this is a little big, so we can chop it this big. I hope you can see it.
Yep, I can zoom in a little bit too.
Okay, perfect. So this big is good for stew. Excellent. Let me take it out of this and throw it out. Excellent. Yeah, for our veggie. Yeah. Perfect. So this is how many pounds? This is 1 pound. This is a 1 pound. So I'll switch it. You can serve this for at least 4 to 6 people. If you have another dish on the side, 1 pound beef is good enough for 6 people. Depends how much you want to eat, but between 4 to 6 people. Okay. So maybe some of you don't know, you wondering, how did I start cooking, or what motivates me to do cook? So I just want to share this with you. And I came from Eritrea, but I was in Montreal, Canada for 5 years. Before I moved to and I never know where is Vermont. Even though I live in Montreal, when I met my husband, he told me he lived in Vermont. I say, where is Vermont? Because I didn't know. When you come from Africa or from different states, you know only the big city, Washington, New York, or this. So when you hear Vermont, he told me it's only 1 hour and a half. It's very close to Montreal, the border. I say, okay, but I don't want to live a different state. I love Montreal, that's the truth. Montreal was my favorite city. Then he told me it's a small city, a small state, but it's beautiful, you will love it. Well, I moved with my son born in Montreal. I moved to Vermont. In the beginning it was hard because it was fall, then winter came, I couldn't see people around. I live in a small neighborhood, then it was a little challenge for me. Like, why do I move to Vermont? Montreal was, I can see people every corner, but here I don't see anybody. I'm going to check this one while we're talking. We don't burn, so you just check. It's a little water needed because if I don't put some water, it's going to be stick in the bottom. So I'm going to make low my heat. That will help. There we go. Excellent. So I'm going to cover it. Then, I hope you don't feel bored, but I'm still going to continue what's my story. Then, as you know, no Ethiopian restaurant or no many different African restaurants in Vermont. So I used to work one place and I met a woman. She told me, oh, my son is in Ethiopia for work. I say, oh, can you bring me some spicy berbere? She said, sure. He brought me berbere. Then when we met, he gave me my berbere. He told me, oh, I already missed the food. Could you cook for me? Then I will pay you. I say, sure, I would love to do it. But my injera is not good. Sometimes it doesn't work, but I will try. And he told me, oh, you're going to cook for 20 people. I say, okay. And I cook for 20 people, only veggie. And they love the food. They said, oh, my friend wanted to cook for his birthday. I said, sure. Well, I never in my mind, I'm going to do this cooking class or do pop-up dinner or take-out dinner or catering. I never have a dream to do it. But I love cooking from the beginning. I know I love cooking. Anyway, then slowly, I got a lot of customers. Then I have to be really, when we do pop-up dinner, if some of you familiar with Pine Street in Eritrea, they used to invite us with my friend Alganish. We used to do pop-up dinner for 5 years, but I started way before 5 years. This was 2009 when I did cooking for this friend. And then now, here we go, I'm here doing it. Because of one person, he believed on me, I can cook for him and his friend. Excellent. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to check it and then cooking nice and good. Okay, so I have a little bit of seasoning. This is coriander, or we call it kororima. So I don't know if it's in our recipe, but when we cook meat, usually we use it. So we just grind a little bit. So I'm going to give it a little bit. If you don't see it in the ingredient or in the recipe, I think they missed it, but this is really good for the beef. So I'm going to put some to give it good heat, good flavor again.
Does berbere have some of that in it already? Yes, which is more?
Exactly.
Okay, awesome.
The berbere have maybe 12, between 10 to 12 ingredients inside. So one of them is kororima. This is a lot of kororima you use in the berbere, and coriander, garlic, ginger, fenugreek. Did I say correct?
Yeah.
Fenugreek. I couldn't say it all the time. So in fact, when you do ghee, clarified butter, one of the seasoning is fenugreek. You roast them, then you grind it. Have a good, strong flavor, but it's good. There we go. It's getting there. It's looking good.
It smells amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Excellent. So while we're waiting for this, we're going to do our salad. So I'm going to move this and switch it with different one. Sorry. There we go. So the lentil is, as you see it in the ingredient or in the recipe, it's already boiled. You use the whole lentil, the brown whole lentil. This is it. Carrie already make it ready. So I don't know if you can see it clearly, but this is it. You can boil it. They have this kind, or they have a little bigger than this one, that have to be for lentil for salad. So we're going to use this one. Everything, our vegetable is washed, so we're going to have here parsley and then tomato. Of course, we need jalapeno. And then we need red onion, half of the red onion we're going to use it. and then we have red onion. So I'm going to chop the tomato, jalapeno first, and we're going to show you how we can make simple salad, especially for summer. You can make it and keep it in fridge, so you can eat it maybe for 2 days. It's not like fresh salad. You eat it right away. You can keep it in the fridge, and then you can eat it anytime the weekend or anytime the day. So I'm going to chop the tomatoes. Excellent. So you can see this, you can do this big or smaller a little bit. So make sure not to press it hard. You don't want it to be watery. In fact, different knife would be great, but there we go. These dishes will be in my takeout dinner on April 24. But in case buying ticket, you will have dishes in your dinner. There we go.
Yeah, I put that link in the chat for people if they're interested.
Yeah, excellent. So this is jalapeno. People think it's going to be too spicy. No, it's not going to be too spicy. You just need dice them a little bit. There we go. Usually I keep the seeds. This is just no seeds, because if you take the seeds out, you don't feel little heat. We need to have our mouth a little bit heat. And then we can have parsley. There we go.
I think it's that season where everybody's reaching for fresh herbs, like as we come into spring, because we used a ton of parsley in last night's class. Yeah. I used a ton of parsley in the recipe video I did. Like, we've gone through like 4 bunches of parsley.
It's almost every day then.
Yeah.
Well, who doesn't like fresh? This one, tomato, jalapeno, little parsley. Then we have half of the onion. Let me check it. What's going on here? Then we can continue chopping. This is nice and thick. I'm going to add a little bit more water. Just, we don't want to be too watery, but you keep adding a little water while it's cooking slowly.
I wish we had smell-o-vision. I wish people could smell what this kitchen smells like. It's so good.
Exactly. This is really, really smell good. Smell heat and spicy. Maybe I'll move this one. Then cover it again. Excellent. So this is done. And then we need half of this onion. There we go. I hope it doesn't make me cry. I'm done crying. I don't want to cry again. But this one doesn't smell like strong. The other one was very strong when mentioned. There we go. So we can move this one here. Excellent. Next. Perfect. So this is ready. I'm going to wash my hand. This is onion, tomato, jalapeno, and then we have parsley, then we have lemon and olive oil. Let me go wash my hand, then we're going to mix it together, our salad. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we're going to mix it our salad. Before we mix it our salad, I'm going to add the beef. It's been 20 minutes now since I put it all together. So if you want to see it one more time before I add my beef, you will give you a little bit. You can cook it even 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but for now we have time limits, so I'm going to put it 20 minutes. So you can see the sauce is nice and thick. Okay, so let me bring my beef and we're going to put our beef in. Then we're going to mix it our salad. There we go. So we need to cook this 30, between 30 to, we can cook this one between 30, 40 minutes. Depends, sometimes some beef is cooked faster than other. You don't need to be mushy, but at least nice and cooked. Okay, this is looking good. Perfect. So I'm going to cover. And then, perfect. So I'm going to use this bowl, it's clean. So I'm going to use some, half of it we're going to use it, because this is a lot.
Yeah, I made extra. It's a lot of money.
There we go. Perfect, one more. Excellent. So I'm going to add all the ingredients together. And then we're going to put some lemon and some dressing. Like tomato and jalapeno. This is looking good. Okay, here we go. So this is it. And then we're going to put some dressing. Excellent. Okay, so I have some salt. I'm going to put some salt. And then, excuse me. This is black pepper. Half spoon. And then we have some olive oil. Well, don't think why I'm not measuring it. Yeah, you can measure it, but you can do your common sense. So I don't measure much for salad. So I think we'll do that. Next time I will measure it, but here we go. So I'm going to put some lemon still. This is nice and colorful. I think that this is a problem. When you're cooking a lot of time, you know how much lemon, how much oil, how much salt you need. So this is everything is washed in the beginning. So I'm going to use some lemon. Let's see.
Kind of doing it by feel.
I know. I'm going to use this one. Now we can move that. See this. There we go. Perfect. Okay.
So someone just asked for clarification. You can cook the sauce for 30 to 40 minutes and then another 30 to 40 minutes after you add the beef?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that you almost can't overcook it, right? Like it just...
Yes, I think in 30 minutes you can test your beef. You can tell if it's ready or not. If you want more cooked, you can go another 10 minutes. But yeah, depend how many beef you cook too. For a small one, maybe 30 minutes. If you have a lot of pot, a lot of food, maybe it's more. So yeah, 30 minutes is the minimum you can do. So this is a salad. You can see it. We'll taste it together later. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. It's not something complicated. You can do it. I know you can do it. Okay, let's check the beef now.
Yep, and Sandy, for your question, we are recording this and we will put it up on our website at a later date. I will send out an email to everybody when the recording goes up. It'll be on that same virtual classes page.
So beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit of water. So far we are using almost 1 cup. I mean, not 1 cup measurement, but this is the glasses. So far I'm using 1 glass water. Okay, so I'm going to leave it. We'll need another 25 minutes. While we're doing this, I'm going to show you the injera. Let me clean up a little bit around here, and then I'm going to show you the bread, the injera. Okay, thanks. So if you are gluten-free, we can make gluten-free injera. This is, for example, I made them today. It's a gluten-free. So I used 3 ingredients, and one of them is teff flour, T-E-F-F. It's a teff flour. It's small grain. It's from Ethiopia, Eritrea, but you can buy them. They have in wholesale, or we call F company, or in Amazon. In city market, I'm not sure in the South End, but in the other city market, they used to sell them as a kit. What do they call it? Just with the
in the bulk section.
Yeah, in the bulk section, they used to sell them. Then you can use sorghum. Sorghum is from red meal brand, red something. You know, they have in city market. I brought from here. So this is a gluten-free injera. The injera is a big, like between 12 to 16-inch big like this. So we can roll them, we can cut them, or you can eat them the way it is. So this is our bread, just if you want to know. But when I do for takeout dinner, first of all, I don't get easily the ingredient here. Second, it's a little expensive, so I mix it with barley flour plus the white flour. So it's when some people request for a gluten-free injera, I made for them, but all the takeout dinner is not gluten-free, just to give you a head up. There we go, this is looking good. You have any questions so far? This is nice and thick and cooking. I can tell it's bubbling, so it's getting there. Next time we open it, we're going to add salt, pepper, and some ghee.
Now it's just the waiting game, right?
I know, it's waiting game. So when we have holidays, it's our traditional big meal is chicken. The chicken sauce called Doro Wat. It's Doro Wat. Doro means chicken, Wat means the sauce. So Doro Wat is, you cook it, almost take you between 2 hours to 3 hours. Sound like a lot of time consuming, but you have to have the whole chicken. The really one, you cut them at home, everything. I'm sorry to say that if you love animals, but so the chicken, you have to peel the skin, all this. That's why the process is take maybe 3 hours. So they have to chop so much onion. You can cook it very low, slow cook. And then you add all the ingredients like the ginger, the spicy. Usually we don't put too much tomato. Some people, in fact, they don't put any tomato, just the onion and the spicy and the chicken. So you serve it with boiled egg. We boil some egg. So you serve it with boiled egg. Maybe Carrie can find and show you Doro Wat how it's served. Really, it sounds like chicken is cheap here. Oh, it's okay, you can cook it fried chicken or barbecue chicken, but the way we cook it is really traditional way. So it's different. The flavor is different, the taste is different, and the chicken doesn't cook fast. For some reason, could be because of organic or because of not, they grow slow, the chicken. It takes time to cook, between 45 minutes to 1 hour to get ready and cook the chicken right. So yeah, I just want to share this with you if you are kind of interested in what are traditional and more like holiday meal, we call it. And then when Easter comes, a lot of people they eat lamb. That's kind of for Easter, mostly for even for Christmas, for holiday. Like here we eat turkey for Thanksgiving, or some people cook turkey for Christmas. So over there we have to have either chicken or lamb for holiday, depend how much you can afford. But special Easter you have to have lamb. So it's getting there. We're going to put some salt. 1 spoon for now. And I'm trying not to put too much salt when I cook. People can add at home. I don't want my food to be salty, to be tasty. I want my food to be tasty because the way I cook it, or the way I put seasoning, different kinds of seasoning. I'm going to use ghee. The ghee is the butter we were talking earlier. So it's kind of yellow. You can see it like this, yellows. So I'm putting 1 spoon. You can put less or more, but this is enough for this dish. You don't have a lot of stuff. And begin smelling good. Perfect. If you are wondering what's doing there, I can show you maybe one more. There we go. It's the sauce is thick and nice, and hopefully City Market can have camera this way, then you can see it without thinking it. Yeah, that's your homework, maybe.
That's my homework. Okay, got it. Well, hopefully we're gonna maybe go back to in-person stuff soon.
Yeah, that's the first priority. I personally, I like when people is around and cook with me, share the food with me. That's make me more joyful than, you know, this is new normal. We have to do what we have to do, but it's not something I'm enjoying. It's just me and Carrie. Nobody is here around us. It's a little different. I like when people is cooking with me, stirring the food, you know, when he chop the onion with me. So that kind of gives them more experience than just watching. And it can be boring too, watching only, you know. So, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed, all of us, we want that back to normal. So then we get in there soon, hopefully. Yeah.
Just put the link up of the video that you did with us for Dora Wat so they can take a look at that.
Yeah.
And see the eggs and everything. It's up
that sounds very good. Do we have video for that?
Yep, you came and did that one, I think, last January.
Oh, January. Yeah, we cooked chicken in January cooking class here. I think Carrie will share with you. So yeah, you'll have idea what I was talking about. Yeah.
So now is the perfect time. We have a little bit of downtime while the beef finishes cooking. If there's any other questions that people have for Mulu, anything that you want to put in the chat, I can make sure that those get out. Someone asked, could you use the ghee to saute the onion as well rather than canola oil?
Yes, definitely. In fact, some people, they don't use at all oil. They do first, the onion just without no oil, you can cover it. You know how onion can be sweaty? So you don't need water, you don't need oil, you just cook it slowly, maybe 5-10 minutes. Then you can add the ghee instead of any oil. Yes, definitely. In fact, a lot of people, they just cook with the ghee instead of any oil. Yeah, always good question. Yeah, I'm coming back, washing my hands. I'm here again. So yeah, the ghee is, in fact, you can use it for breakfast too. It's not only for sauce. We have this special breakfast. One of them is, it's kind of pita bread. Any flour, it could be whole wheat flour, barley flour. So you make it a flat pita, just water and salt. Then you make pita, then you chop them as a pieces. That's kind of breakfast. We usually eat it for breakfast. So you chop the bread or the pita bread as small pieces. So you put a lot of butter after you're done in the stove with the fry pan. Then you put berbere, the spicy, and then you put some plain yogurt, any kind of yogurt or Greek yogurt in the side. So that's, we use it for breakfast as well. And then another thing we use is for porridge. It's kind of porridge. It's not exactly watery porridge, but we have this flour. We toast the flour first in the fire, not a fire, in the stove. Then we make porridge, then use this butter, the clarified butter, for breakfast as well. So you can use for anything. Mostly we use it for beef and for breakfast, not for veggie. We don't use it when we cook, for example, like collard green or kale. We don't use a lot of ghee for this, like cabbage and potato. We don't use ghee. I don't know why, but we don't use for a lot for veggie. Well, let's check it one more time. Oh, boy, it's getting there.
And Sandy, I see your other question about the recipes. The recipes came out in the emails that I've been sending, so make sure that you check for those emails.
Water. This is our last water to put. No. No.
But if you don't see it, I can send it again, but they've all been attached to the emails for me. So check those out.
Okay.
And then we have a question for you, Mulu. Someone asked if you can explain about cooking dulet or duet. I don't know how you pronounce it. D-U-L-E-T.
Yes. Yeah, I do. Well, if you know dulet, this is Vermont cooking. Dulet is really, really Ethiopian Eritrean meal. So dulet is the inside of, could be cow or a sheep. When I say the inside is the stomach, the liver, or I don't know if they have a name in English, the inside.
Like the organs?
The organs, maybe, I can say the organs. So all that, we wash them very well. We chop them or dice them very, very small. So you don't cook it like hard to cook. You toast it very quick. And then you use a lot of butter, no oil. Then you use a lot of this kororima. Kororima is coriander. The coriander seasoning, you grind it first. Then you use parsley and the other one, cilantro. You can use cilantro and parsley. You chop them very thin too. Yeah, so it's a lot of people's favorite. Dulet is really good. Unless you go to the farm, you have your own lamb or something, you don't find it in the store here to buy. I never see like the stomach or the, even, yeah. Even some people, they use a instant, what do you call instance?
Oh, intestines? Yeah, I'm reading about it actually. I looked up a recipe. It's a lot of liver, tripe.
So depends who's using it, but everything, we don't throw things from the lamb. We use every single thing. This is another thing. Another thing is called kitfo. Kitfo is mostly known in Ethiopia than the Eritrean. It's a ground beef. You chop them. So you eat them raw, or they call lablab. Lablab means you just toast it like 2 minutes in the fire, like with heavy pan. So you put a lot of butter. You can even squeeze your hand. You can see the butter there. Then you put a lot of spicy seasoning, and then some people eat raw, but they use. If you Google awaze is I think Carrie and I, we did cooking class in outdoor last summer. So we use some spicy called awaze. So you have to dip it there to eat it with that too. The spice here.
I just put a link for Kitfo in the chat, and I'm trying to find a good one for.
Yeah, awaze. Awaze is kind of hot sauce,
yeah.
But you made it yourself with the berbere, like lemon, olive oil. Then I made it a lot at home because my daughter loves. We use it as hot sauce. Yeah. So who asked me dulet? Did he ever have dulet before? Whoever asked that question?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It says anonymous, so if the person who asked that wants to publish or say something if they've had it before.
I'm just curious. Yeah. Did he have it, or where did he have it? I'm just curious. I want to know if you can share with us. If not, no problem. Perfect. So we need another 10 minutes for our beef, and then I'm going to show you how we serve it. And then if you want to know more about injera, it's fun to make it, but at the same time, very time consuming. Because if I do take out dinner, I have to plan one day only for the injera, because it's you doing it one by one. So you do it maybe 2-3 minutes for one injera. So I make like 150 injera when I do take out dinner, or more, excuse me, or less. So yeah, you ferment it for 3 days. Then after fermented, God knows it's gonna be nice injera or flat injera. If it's not bubbling, all the surface, have to bubble and spongy. That kind of the weather must not right for the injera, or the water. Sometimes it depends between winter and summer. The behavior change. I don't know why. But a lot of people think because of the temperature, how the fermented is staying longer or less time. That make a big difference. I don't know if you make sourdough bread, they say the same thing. So yeah. And injera is like a main food for us. We don't eat much breakfast, maybe once in a while, but we have to have a lunch and dinner. You can put any kind of sauce in the top, whatever. We don't have to have 3-4 kind of sauce. You can even have only one sauce, but you have to have the injera. So every day they make injera where I came from.
John is the person who asked about, is it dulet or dulet?
Dulet.
Dulet. Says, I've had it many times, traditional Christmas meal.
Yes.
Apparently it's a holiday thing? Awesome.
Yes. It's like Easter is lamb, and Christmas, yeah. Holiday, yeah. Even in Easter, we eat it too. It's my husband's favorite meal.
Kind of sounds like the Ethiopian Eritrean version of haggis, like Scottish haggis, all of the stomach and the intestines and liver and all that. It's like.
Well, we can do, if you provide everything, we can do cooking class with that.
I bet you we could get it all. I bet you if I talk to the meat and seafood people, they'd be like, sure, we can get you liver and try.
Have to be in person, though. I want people to test it, to eat it, and to see it, how we do it,
Yeah.
It's really, it's very interesting, unusual. The beef, the chicken, anybody can make it that sauce, but the other one, I don't see other, like beef, people cook beef stew. Maybe it's different slightly than not mine, but dulet, they never maybe know here.
Right. So, it's not very common to cook with, offal or offal as much in America, but yeah, I think it's good to introduce people to it.
Yeah, and you have to have awaze in the side. It's really, really good. My mouth's kind of full of water. I shouldn't. I'm in Lent.
We're gonna have to go home and make it when it's not Lent anymore.
Oh yeah, for Easter. I think John made me like, I have to find it.
I bet you if you talk to any good,
Yeah, my husband used to go to after Montpelier, what they call. It's a small town. They are a farm for lamb. He used to bring lamb from there because he wanted to eat the inside, do that. But he doesn't do it because it's a lot of work for him doing that, like bring the whole lamb home. Yeah, we didn't do it for a couple of years, but we used to do it, and it's really good. Okay, it's getting there. And 5 more minutes, 6 minutes, we can serve and we're going to show you. And we really appreciate for coming, for spending time with us and learn something different, or maybe you know how to do it before, but you learn something more how to do it. And yeah, it's very simple ingredient. It sounds like time consuming, but you can do it, especially if you prep everything ahead of time. Just add in the ingredients. It's not difficult. So yeah, let me know if I can answer something. Otherwise, I'm going to mix ready the injera. Then in 6 minutes we're going to serve. Sound like I'm.
So yeah, if you are local to the area, I highly recommend eating Mulu's food whenever you get the chance. Don't let the chance pass you by. Her injera is so good, I could just eat like a pile of it by myself.
So I just cut half of the injera here, and I roll the injera like this. Then it's easy to peel. So you can serve it this way, or if you want to eat family style, you can put the whole injera in the platter. Then you can put the sauce in the top. Then you can share the platter with friend, family, with anybody. But if you want to eat individual, you can cut half of the injera here. So I'm going to put some salad in the side. You can use any salad, or you can have this something. And this one, if you made it a little bit ahead of time, keep it in fridge. Or if you go potluck, when you go friend house, you can have this and put it in the fridge. It can stay overnight, it can stay, or in the morning, couple of hours. It will have more good flavor. So, yeah. Perfect. So this will be soon for our beef. And then I know it's a little bit hot, but I want to show you how we serve it, and then I want you to see the result. Okay, we have 4 minutes, but I'm going to take some sauce, and I want to show you how it looks like so far. There we go. There you go. So this is it. Usually we use our hand to eat. If you wash your hand, you can enjoy the food more than use. We don't use utensils. We use our hand. That's why when older people come to visit, or if you have in the house older people, you go with the jar and with the water. Make sure they wash their hand before we serve food. Always the young kid in the house go around and make sure. Or some of them, they get up, they wash outside or in the sink. But if you have older people in the house, you just go around and give them wash their hands. So I'm going to open my mask. At least I can taste the lentils. So this is we do. You have the injera, so you just cut it to pieces. Then you can scoop it as utensil. You can use it so you can eat. Bon appetit. I'm sorry I'm tasting. Next time, hopefully you will make the same food and eat it. I can taste the lemon and the olive oil. I think the olive oil will have good flavor. It's really good. So here you go. I hope you will make it at home next time. And I hope you coming back for my next cooking class, or for my take-out dinner, or if you invite me to do some private cooking class, you can rent Northern Studios. You have space for rent. We can do cook together when things is back to normal. Or I can do catering. And thank you so much.
Someone asked, what other sides would you recommend for the Yesiga Wat? Like if they make the stew and they make something else to go with it, what else?
Well, we do another one, tomato and cucumber salad, or just tomato salad with jalapeno and onion, no need cucumber. Or you can do lettuce, tomato, and onion. Usually we don't use too much cucumber, but we use a lot of onion, tomato, and lettuce. Any lettuce, like green lettuce, romaine lettuce, or other lettuce. And we do chickpea. It's from the canned chickpea. So you do the same process. You can do chickpea salad. Or you can have curry lentils, then the beef. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
So
yeah.
the dressing, sorry, Karen.
Yeah, no.
The dressing is the same. Olive oil, lemon, or you can use vinegar if you don't want lemon, and salt and pepper. We don't use any dressing than this. Whatever salad we make, we don't use any creamy dressing or any from store dressing. We have to do fresh lemon and olive oil.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave the question and answer box open for just another minute or two in case anybody is furiously typing their last minute questions. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming out tonight and attending this class with us. Like I said, it's great to have this sort of community feel, even though we can't all be together. I'll send the survey out tomorrow. I'll repost a lot of the links that I put in the chat for like Mulu's website and the dinner tickets and all that. So I'll send all that info out tomorrow. And yes, if you're in the area, I highly recommend getting takeout from Mulu. It's amazing. But if there's no other questions in the next few minutes, I'll go ahead and end the event for everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. And thank you so much to Mulu for coming in and cooking.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you for coming, spending time. Your time is very important. And I hope you're going to try this food. It doesn't have to be tonight, but anytime. Please try. If you have any question, feel free. She will put my email in the link, and then you can email me if you want, if you forget, or if you want any question. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Yeah, and if you do make it, I would love to see pictures. It's really fun for people to send pictures of the food that they make. It's like cooking together, but not quite. So if you do make it, I'd love to see a photo of how it all comes out. But I'm going to go ahead and end the event. Thank you all, everybody, and enjoy your evenings.